Oh, I'm trying to get the camera. I was like, why is it? Okay, this is fine. Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. My name is Satori. I'm 25. I'm a psychic medium. And yeah, this might be a message for you. Let's see what's coming out here. Uh, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to become a member. Click the join button below. Lila. I've got my TidyCal link in my channel bio. So Seven of Wands is here. Right. Okay, so listen, when someone's when someone's in their ego, sometimes they have a hard time just apologizing, okay? I don't know why I'm getting that, but maybe you're noticing that as a theme in your life. Maybe someone's not apologizing to you and you deserve an apology, and it's kind of stupid. You might be kind of like, what the fuck? Why can't you just fucking apologize and be genuinely sorry for what you did? Why do you always have to be like this? The Page of Swords, the Seven of Wands. These are not like chill energies. Look how pissed they are. And look at that. That person's like, and this person's like, So it's like similar energies for different reasons. So you could have more than one person upset with you right now because you called them out. Or, these could be two different people or one person. Okay. Um, what else do you need to hear? Five of Wands. Y'all, I don't make this shit up. This is not this is not one of those like fluffy readings. Um, okay. Okay. So yeah, I pulled the Five of Wands. That's like the third card indicating discourse and disharmony. I mean, come on, the reading starting with like the Seven of Wands is enough for me. And then the Page of Swords and the Five of Wands. Um, And the Five of Pentacles is now coming out. So that's telling me that you're being drained. Some of you guys are potentially being financially drained. Um, that's what I'm seeing here. It feels like you're having to be very strong through a situation and hold your head up through having to set very difficult, or it may come off as harsh, the boundaries you're setting, or like the feelings you're expressing are just very big feelings, and maybe it feels like some people are not able to handle that or receive it the way you need them to. And so it's leaving you feeling really drained and really conflicted. Like, I did pull potential boundaries and indecision with hedge. So I keep hearing stuck between a rock and a hard place. And then we have earthworm, clarity, and what is that? Ruminate, ruminate, Jesus. Rumination. So you could be thinking things over right now, trying to mull things over, and it's not getting you anywhere. Um, Let me see what else you need to hear. Yeah. Four of Wands. For those of you that are new, I usually have my baby in the background of my videos, so you'll sometimes hear her like making noises and stuff. You'll just have to get used to that. It really doesn't bother me, but I know for some people they'll get really triggered. So just click off the damn video. You have the power to do that. Um, all right, Four of Wands. Okay, so I definitely don't think things are about to go the way you expect them to. I don't know what that means. It just sort of feels like the Four of Wands is like a flip in energies. Something is just different than what you're expecting it will be, or something will maybe just turn out a little bit differently. Um, I don't know. The Four of Wands feels like it's an unexpected, like it's a good surprise, but one that you didn't expect, one that you were like, well, I didn't see this coming. It's sort of like having an unexpected a ally in a situation. Um, so yeah, give me one second, you guys. Okay, so we're gonna see what that means. What does spirit mean by things will be different than what you expect? Now, the Four of Wands can be like coming home to something, or receiving sort of like an unexpected miracle. And that looks really good, especially coming from being in this like Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands energy. I'm smelling a candle, like someone blowing out a white candle. I'm hearing making a wish on a candle. I'm hearing try your best to treat the inner child and take care of the inner child because something's easier than it looks. You could have this idea in your head that you're gonna have to like take on all of this stress and you're gonna have to change the entire way you're doing things. No, it actually looks like every decision up to this point, even the difficult conversations and boundaries and calling people out, that will lead to success and happiness. So if you do call someone out and they end up not being in your life because they can't handle that criticism, that's fine. There are some people that will be different. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting there will be some people that actually take to heart, like take what you're saying into consideration. Even if it does hurt them, they would rather do that than be like the Seven of Wands, Five of Wands. So even if they do sort of get defensive at first, it is normal to get defensive as a human being. So I feel like Spirit is saying hope is not all lost right now. It just looks that way. It looks really bad because Spirit, it said, "Are you ready for me to burn down this tree?" They burnt down the tree, and now you're kind of looking at the ashes and going, "There's no hope." But what you need to realize is Spirit already has a tree that's planted for you. You just have to turn around, or you're about to turn around, or Spirit's about to turn things around for you, if that makes sense. Ganesha's coming through. I'm literally gonna put a message from Ganesha about family or life in balance. Like I don't know how I'm gonna word it, but Ganesha is like popping through. And Ganesha represents, the placer and the remover of obstacles. Um, Ganesha reminds us that sometimes in order to get clean or get to a better place, we have to wander through a dark forest. That's what I'm hearing. Um, Sometimes on your journey, you wander through a dark forest and you encounter some really mean people or some really dark situations. Confirmation. Okay, what else? The Seven of Swords is and the King of Swords. No, listen, y'all, I don't make this up. We got the Seven of Wands, the Page of Swords. Oh, not the battery running low. I'll plug it in a second. You got the Seven of Wands, Page of Swords, Five of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, King of Swords. It's almost comedic how bad these cards are. Like, I'm just like, just being very real. The only like super happy positive energy is Four of Wands, and it comes after all of this. So it's like, I want you to recognize that yes, I am getting to a better, hold on. Okay, the computer battery was running low. I have it plugged back in. So, Seven of Swords, King of Swords. These cards are like not great. Okay, like let's just be real. I mean, come on, what is this lineup? It's like it's giving Circle of Villains. I don't even know how to like just a bunch of people acting like their worst selves. And maybe that's just that's reminding me of something I saw on TikTok today, guys. Basically, there's this creator on TikTok. Her name is Jasmine, and she described herself as sort of witchy, and I don't know if she used the word agnostic, but she's spiritual. And she sat down and went against 20 Christians, basically, and she was you could just tell how she was coming across in that conversation. She was very grounded, very aware of herself, versus all of these people acting unaware of themselves. You can tell it pissed her off, but she tried to carry herself well. She tried to be like the King of Swords and be like objective and like removed from the emotional aspect of it, um, and tried to really hear people out. And I'm gonna be honest, you're dealing with some people that are not being that way with you, okay? They're not being the word diplomatic. I don't know diplomatic. What does that mean? Um, Honey, what does diplomatic mean? How would you describe that?
Trying to see all perspectives to come to a common solution.
Trying to see all perspectives to come to a common solution. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm
And being on.
and being willing to compromise. Yes, thank you. So Oh, yeah. So I'm getting just very frustrated in this energy because it does feel like it does feel like you're kind of getting shit on right now, okay? Seven of Wands, Page of Swords, Five of Wands, like I can't reiterate enough, like how terrible that energy is. Let me see. And the Three of Swords, the cherry on top, right, is the Three of Swords. Um, um, it just feels like, oh, it just feels like maybe in some ways the past is repeating itself, and maybe you're not surprised, okay? Maybe you're not so damn surprised about that. Maybe you're kind of like, yeah, I should have known. And I want you to know it's not your fault. The pain you're feeling is probably pretty deep here with the Three of Swords, the Five of Pentacles in the middle, and on the bottom, well, I actually like the Star card. Um, I just feel like, yeah, things are not how they seem, or like not everything is as it seems. Things seem a lot worse than they are because it's almost like, think about it this way. You happen to be in a corner of the world that is ignorant right now. But there are many corners of the world that are not ignorant. Does that make sense? Okay, so maybe you're in a place where there's a ton of ignorance, and you feel like maybe every you keep stumbling into spaces where people are not kind or people are not serving you, and you want to understand why that is. Can I just be honest with you? Maybe you were always meant to be a guiding light with the star card. And maybe now it's not your job to be the guiding light, but rather to show people that they have to be their own light. So that looks like setting very firm boundaries and being like, no, you have to be your own source of love inwardly. You can't just drain my energy, get called out for it, get mad that I called you out for it, and be like, well, if I'm such a terrible person, why do you do that? Like, I feel like it's manipulation, guys, okay? Seven of Swords and Five of Pentacles in the middle. Um, Someone trying to gaslight or manipulate a situation to be in control of you or in control of a narrative. Um, and the star card being here is essentially like, well, you no longer have to give water to the horse that refuses to drink it. Um, why offer water to the horse if the horse is just gonna be a cocky, like, what's the condescending? Like I'm just getting a very, very energy, like I'm trying to get you all riled up and it's working. Like that's like this is a terrible person. Seven of Swords, Three of Swords. Come on. I just I call it for what it is. It's bullshit is what it is. Let me see. The Knight of Wands. This is Spirit, you can't give me like a Ten of Cups, a Sun card, a Nine of Pentacles, a Ace of Cups. Throw me a freaking bone here. Um, Listen, the Knight of Wands. You are gonna have a moment here in the near future that feels very vindicating towards everyone that has acted like a fucking dork face recently. Um And that's not saying you're sitting here like, I want you to feel the pain. You might be, and that's fine, especially because you are quite literally, I just have to say this is like a very seriously emotionally damaging situation that you've potentially been in. Um, Look at the cards. Like it's not, I don't make this up. It's in the cards. This is the story that's being told. Okay. You don't have the energy to fight with people that can't be willing to hear your side of things and actually put themselves in your shoes. So you're about to go nah 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 right back, okay? And go, well, you don't care about my damn feelings. I don't care about yours. I'm setting a boundary with you. Like but no, I'll do this. No, like it's fine. Like someone trying to convince you, it's fine. You're fine. Get over it. You're fine. You're fine. No. The Empress is here. The Empress knows her worth. Always, in every situation, the Empress will always know her worth. And the Emperor will stand beside the Empress. The Empress always has an Emperor, okay? In my experience now, it could be, it doesn't always have to be a partner, but like a best friend or a person where you're genuinely like, you're very independent as the Empress, yeah? But hi, I see you. You're very independent as the Empress. And the emperor is very independent as the emperor, and they work well together. And I do feel the emperor presence beside this empress card. So that tells me that you are meant to stand on your beliefs and your morals, and so is someone else. And you are leaving behind this Seven of Swords, gaslighting, manipulative, I have no control over myself, and you're gonna have to get over it type of energy. You are not this person. You do not stand for this, okay? The King of Wands is here. Look at that. This King of Wands is coming through to take action. You're taking action in the near future to remove yourself from something that feels toxic. I keep hearing rare. The word rare just popped into my head very, very, very loud. I'm hearing rare opportunity, something that is sort of like very random. It's like a random rare opportunity, random, 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 but okay, cool. Um, I'm loving that. The Hanged Man is here. Oh yeah. Um, Someone is really holding back communication from you right now. And it again could be one of these individuals you called out or communicated with. I'm getting this hanged man energy as someone that's like refusing to budge on something. What just flipped over? It's the Eight of Pentacles. This person just refuses to admit that they've been working too hard. Um, Let me drink some water. And that it's affecting the people around them in not a good way, okay? But they feel like they're stuck in survival mode. Um, the Queen of Wands is here. I love that the King and the Queen of Wands is here. It looks to me like, okay, so I really do feel like, oh, the Knight of Swords. Okay. Major change. Oh, like overnight. Major change overnight. And you're probably feeling a little overwhelmed about that, and that's okay. But that's what's happening, and it's okay to admit that to yourself. Not telling yourself that, no, no, it's not that. It's not what that's not what I'm feeling. No, that is what you are feeling. Trust your gut, okay? Ace of Cups. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna pause it for now. Okay. All right, so yeah, Ace of Cups. I did ask Spirit to give me an Ace of Cups or something, right? So I got the Ace of Cups. Um, the Ace of Cups tells me someone here has a grandfather spirit on the other side that's being very, very protective over you and is telling you to be very, 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 I'm hearing match the energy, but in a different way. So like you kind of are gonna have to be a little unpopular in the near future, okay? The Ace of Cups is like self-love, that's what comes to mind. And I'm just hearing an act of great love towards yourself. will lead to victory. The King of Pentacles, especially victory in your career. Your career will finally, I keep hearing unblock itself, or like you'll have more freedom to do something in your career where you haven't really had that. So it does look like you are going somewhere. Very, 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 look, Eight of Cups, walking away. Um, I keep hearing this. Oof, oof. I keep hearing no turning back. The High Priestess. Okay, I keep hearing you're closing the chapter. I'm gonna get some more Oracle and then close this off. I don't think I'll do an extended tonight, to be honest, guys. I wasn't intending to do any work tonight. If I do more work later, sure, that's fine. Like if I just can't sleep or something, but let's see here. Okay. You have spring, rebuilding, awakening, and rebirth. So, oh, I love that actually. Um, right. You know, sometimes when people disappoint us, it gives us a chance to come through for ourselves in a way that we never have before. Maybe this is fire that you've needed in order to move forward. Okay, maybe that's what this is showing you. Um, okay. And then you have time on the bottom, presence and self-awareness. So I like that you're willing to do different things. Spirit is saying, I like that you're willing to do things differently in order to make things happen in your life, but you're not supposed to conform and be like other people. And there's a reason why it hasn't worked that way. So you need to keep the faith. I know it's hard. Oh my gosh. Because of that Five of Wands energy is really intense. Um, but what I want to say is not for much longer. Like, you need to trust your gut on that because you've been working harder than you realize. And so maybe the benefits are bigger than you're going to be able to anticipate. Um, okay. Spirit, am I supposed to pull anything else? One more? Okay, from the Visions of Duality deck. And then we'll call it. Perfect. This one. Scales of Reciprocity. Oh, that's beautiful. What number is that? Number 4. Scales of Reciprocity. Okay. Wow. Some of you guys have just dealt with a lot of psychological, I want to say warfare. Um, because you've dealt with so much negativity. I feel like the reason why you've been where you've been is because you just have had to stop. You know what I mean? Like, and now the reason something is falling apart is because it's time to start again. Does that make sense? You needed time to stop so that you could bounce back and restart. And you've received in this downtime, in this hanged man state, in this stagnant state or whatever, you've tried to create motion and you have. But I do feel like, hmm, I feel like you're not meant to be in this state anymore. So now that could be literal as well for some of you. Maybe y'all are meant to move states and you've been feeling that and thinking that, but you've not let yourself go there. I'm getting it's time. It's like actually time to break a cycle and step out into the unknown and do something different. And it doesn't really matter what anyone has to say about it because they're not helping, they're only going to make it worse. Especially if they haven't helped up to this point, they have no plans to do so. Damn. Wow. Not wanting to help you feel better from your psychological warfare, wanting to stay in control and stay stuck. And because they're staying stuck, they expect you to do the same. That's not fair. You have here and now. Number 17. So I'm getting something very nice here. Um, this is very interesting to me. You're about to be feeling like you're gonna be feeling like I can't believe I just did that. Um, you're gonna be feeling like you did something really rebellious or like, yeah, and I'm getting this is in the next couple of months. I'm getting you've just released some very heavy emotions and now you know what to do, so you're locked in. Um, you know that you need to completely tune out of a certain frequency and tune into a different one. The future is you. I keep hearing you knew you were you knew that you would never stay in the past. It was never going to be that way. Um, you weren't supposed to stay in your hometown or stay in the same group of people if they act the same way. You know what I mean? It was never supposed to be that way. You have neglect on the bottom of the deck. This is what's happening with you. You're being neglected by certain individuals. And you want to know why? It's because they are burying their heads in the sand. Let them lose out. They will be upset, but that's not your problem. Okay? You were right. You were right to do what you did when you did it. I don't want you to regret your decisions of trying to help and heal certain connections in your life. But if you're ready to be done, it's okay to be done, okay? So set your eyes on something different because birth is here. You're birthing a new, it's a the vision will unfold in the near future, so just trust that, okay? I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching this reading. I'll see y'all in the near future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Got my booking page in my channel bio. I will see y'all soon. Peace.